Most Americans believe they will retire comfortably. Most Americans are wrong. Right now, nearly half of all American households have absolutely nothing saved for retirement. Zero, not a little nothing. And it's not just the poor, it's teacher, nurse, construction worker, small business owner, even people who thought they were doing everything right. So what happened? And more importantly, can it be fixed? Today we are breaking down American biggest retirement problem. And trust me, it's not what most people think. The scale of the crisis. Let's start with the numbers because they are genuinely alarming. The median retirement saving for American between age 55 and 64, the people closest to retirement, is roughly 87,000 US dollars. Now that sound like real money until you do the math. If you are retiree at 65 and live to 85, which is increasingly common, that 87,000 US dollars as to stress 20 year, that's about 4,300 US dollars a year, or roughly $358 a month. Social Security adds more sure, but the average Social Security check in 2025 is around 1,900 US dollars a month. Together, you are looking at about 2,200 US dollars a month to cover housing, food, healthcare, transportation, everything. And healthcare alone for a retired couple, study estimated they will need somewhere between 300k US dollars and 400k US dollars just for a medical expenses in retirement. The math simply does not work, and millions of Americans are heading straight into this hole. Many of them completely unaware. The real problem is not a laziness. Now, here where most financial pundits get it wrong. They will tell you the retirement crisis is a personal failure. People did not save enough. People bought too much coffee. People were irresponsible. That's not just wrong. It's insulting to the reality of how this happened. The retirement is structural and it started with one massive shift. For most of the 20th century, American workers had something called a defined benefit pension. Your employer put money away for you. You work 30 years, you retire, you got a check for life, no investment knowledge required. Then, starting in the late 1970s and accelerating through the 80s and 90s, corporations began switching to 400k plans defined contribution plan. The responsibility shifted from the employer to you, and here the brutal irony, the 401k was not even designed to be a primary retirement vehicle. It was created as a supplemental, a tax break for executives who already had a pension. But company loved it because it was cheaper, and so the pension, the thing that gave Americans retirement security for generations, quickly disappeared. By 2022, fewer than 15% of private sector workers had access to a traditional pension. That's the origin of the people problem, not irresponsibility. A system shift that most workers never chose, never voted on, and were never fully prepared for. The three compounding failure, but the pension shift alone does not explain everything. Three other forces hit simultaneously, and together they made retirement nearly impossible for a generation of Americans. Failure first, wages stopped growing. From the end of World War II through the 1970s, workers' productivity and wages rose together. If the economy grew, workers got paid more. That stopped after 1980. Productivity kept climbing, but wage largely stagnated. Adjusted for inflation, the typical American workers earn barely more today than their parents did 14 years ago. You can't save what you don't earn. Healthcare costs exploded. In 1960, Americans spent about 5% of GDP on healthcare. Today, it's nearly 18%, the highest in the world. For retirees, this is catastrophic. Medicare covers a lot, but not everything. Out-of-pocket costs, long-term care, prescription, they eat retirement saving faster than almost any other expenses. A single serious illness can wipe out decades of careless saving. Failure 3. Debate become the default. The average American carry significant debt, student loan, credit card, car payment, mortgage, and when your money is going to debt payment, it's not going to a retirement account. Student loan debt alone passed $1.37 trillion in recent year. Millions of people entered the workforce already behind, which means they started saving later, earn less early on, and miss year of compound growth they can never get back. These three failures did not happen in isolation, they reinforced each other, and the people catch in the middle and few how good options. The what can actually be done. So what to do we do. Because this is not a hopeless situation, but the solution require honestly about what level they operate at. America retirement problem did not happen overnight. It was built slowly through policy change, wage stagnation, rising cost, and a quick transfer of risks from institutions onto individuals. And it won't be solved overnight either, but it can be solved when better policy, better financial education, and a willingness to be honest about we got here. The goal of retirement has always been simple that after a lifetime of work you get to rest with dignity, with security, without fear. That's not too much to ask. It's time we build a system that deliver on it. If you found this video valuable, please hit like and subscribe. It genuinely helps the channel reach people who need this information. Drop a comment below what's your biggest concern about retirement. I read every single one, and if you want to go deeper, check out our video on next topic. Tell me in the comment. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.